whatever you sell, attach it to the outcome. And the greater your personal motivation and the greater the prospect's motivation, the more they will have the desire to buy from you. And the easier it will be for you to sell. Let me tell you a story. When I first started in sales, aside from the early stages in which I was a kid and I didn't even realize that I was selling, the first clear fact, okay, that I was selling, the first time I understood what sales really is, I was asking people for donations. And every time I asked people for donations, I would really wonder, hey, why should they actually donate? I had that doubt in my head because I was thinking, well, what's the benefit for them? And let me tell you, donations are the hardest to get precisely because of that main reason. But that is only if you are an amateur. Because what I realized further down the line is that, really, the problem wasn't that I just didn't believe in the benefit for them, because there was not a benefit marked as such. But I didn't believe in the mission because it was for people who couldn't afford university. But in my case, I didn't know anyone who has been through that program, who has been through the process of getting, right, a hardship that will help them to actually go to university. And so I went to my supervisor and I said, hey, Alex, his name was Alex. Hey, Alex, who are the people that have benefited from the donations? Okay, who are they? What do they do? And that's when everything changed for me. Because now suddenly I had names, I had case studies. There was this girl who used to have a complete tragedy because both of her parents passed away in a car accident. And suddenly she was left with no money, no resources. And that program helped her to get into university and to be able to support her little sister. And now everything suddenly changed because my focus wasn't on getting a donation. It was helping people such as Megan, who used to be in that situation, and thanks to our program, was able to get out of it and get a degree and get an education that she wanted to pursue. And so if your motivation, if your purpose attached to the product or service is not great enough, that is one of the second reasons why you may suffer from sales anxiety. It is because you need to know, okay, what is your personal selfless goal, okay, and what is your selfish goal too, okay? A selfish goal is, hey, if I close this many deals, I'll be able to go to the Maldives with my family. And we're going to be able to drink all the cocktails we want. Fantastic. Okay, fantastic. But what's your selfless reason? Okay, why do you do it? Okay, well, if I close this deal, I would be able to help X person achieve X transformation. And here is an underrated sales tip for you. Never sell just the features. Never sell just the benefits. Sell the outcomes. Sell the final transformation. Okay? And so instead of saying our product is the best or our product will help you feel happier, okay? Tell people what exactly will make them happier. Hey, by us working together, you would be able to go on this holiday that you told me that you desire and that you haven't been on for the past 5 years. I mean, come on, it's freaking ridiculous. 5 years? You haven't been on a holiday with your kids? How old are they? Take them to freaking Disneyland. Oh, but I don't have the money. Okay, well, don't worry. We're going to make the money. Oh, don't worry. You don't have the energy? Oh, we're going to get the energy. Right? Whatever you sell, attach it to the outcome. And the greater your personal motivation and the greater the prospect's motivation, the more they will have the desire to buy from you. And the easier it will be for you to sell. Okay? So that's point number 2. Point number 3. You haven't faced your fear. You struggle to sell because you don't sell enough, right? I loved this guy called Jamir. Jamir is a member of my community, and he's 19 years old. And he came to me. He was like, Alek, I've been selling for such a long time, and I still don't overcome the feeling of me just being awkward and nervous. I was like, for how long have you been selling? He's like, 2 months, man. I've been working so hard. I was like, 2 months? All right. Well, how many calls have you done? Oh, I've done 3 calls, and every time I feel nervous. Come on. I've done over 10,000 sales calls. And over the first 1,000, I was kind of awkward. Okay? Sometimes still, I encounter a situation that is totally different that I've never encountered before. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's kind of different, right? And it's a curveball. And I just need to deal with it. But so many people just don't practice long enough to become actually semi-good, semi-okay. And so you can never beat your anxiety if you don't face the anxiety, right? If I want to get better at speaking and at communicating, right, then I would just say like, well, in this episode, right, I'm just not going to sound good because it's the beginning. Well, yeah, but if I don't do this episode, I'll never get better at it, right? And so I need to speak, I need to communicate, I need to do more episodes, I need to get to know the communication that my audience prefers, and I need to learn about how to be better. The same with your sales calls. You need to do a lot of sales calls to become semi-good at sales. Okay? And that leads me to point number 4. Well, if you do those sales calls, let's say that you've already been on 500 sales calls this year. Okay, people are going to go, oh, Alek, that's 365 days. That the year has. That's like more than a call a day. Yeah, you should be on more than a call a day. Okay, this year I will probably complete over 1,000 sales calls. Okay, if that shocks you, then it means that your pipeline and lead generation system is just not good enough. Okay, and so, hey, you have to practice. It's a craft.